Me not learn nothing. Let me just put that out there. To everybody, me not learn nothing.
Nico. Hi, my name is Kimberly and welcome to The Scope. So you may be wondering what The Scope is. We're pretty much a podcast and we'll be discussing different topics or scoping in on different topics each week. So this week we'll be discussing COVID. I know. Today we'll be looking at how it affected us as people, as students, or jobs, etc., etc. So my co-host right beside me, please introduce yourself.
Gaza. Hi everyone, my name is Jason, and again, welcome to The Scope. You're in for a treat this week. COVID and schools, COVID and business, and COVID and relationships. I really like this topic, and I can't wait to get into it.
So COVID for me came as a surprise, and I really didn't take it seriously, if I'm being honest. So tell me, when you heard about COVID, how come to your head? Like, you didn't take it seriously?
Yo, we just locked down. Locked down up and down for about a week. We just looked through the window. This man can tell you. I really didn't believe it, but at the same time, when me sick every week. So never want to catch it, but it's here. So
now that it's here, and I realize that alright, you're really not going away. How did this affect you in terms of school, especially?
I learn nothing. Let me just put that out there. To everybody, me not learn nothing. Like, me just want done school because I that thing say it's going. But now that it's still there and a new semester start, online school, not for me. However, we just want to make it work.
The fact so we never got class to begin with, and then online class.
Yeah, we never got school last semester and then online class. Best of both worlds. But how about you?
It's draining bad.
Yeah.
I have to be motivating myself, and then sometimes it don't make no sense, to be honest, because even the lecturers, they'll send stuff, but you don't have no energy to watch it because it's just not the same.
Me not watch it. Not tell us true. Me not watch it. But anyways.
Alright.
How you motivate yourself? Because it's easy to say how you motivate yourself. Me, the minute me look on the laptop at sleep time. So how you motivate yourself?
Netflix.
No, not Netflix. Me even watch movie. Movie put me to sleep. But how you motivate
Personally,
yourself?
I look at the things that I've been through in terms of schooling and overall, and then where I'm at today. So I say, okay, if I'm here today, and I'm obviously here because I want something, so I have to keep on motivating myself. So, all right, this is why you're doing this. So if a dirt, you can't say that. You can't say that. You just say, all right, if a dirt same way, but still you have to go into the dirt. You have to make sure so you dirty up your hand them. Exactly. So you can get what you want.
Naturally,
because if we not do that, then it not go end well. So this is why I take that approach. And one of the things with COVID though, I want to touch on this point later, but let me just say that for my approach as a student, I have reevaluated that because of COVID, because I wasn't as organized. I didn't never do certain things. Honestly, and then no COVID, you have to come up with new strategies, how you go retain stuff and all of them something. So good and it's and the bad. So
given the online school kind of business, is it easy for you? This is for you because for me it's very easy to get distracted. How about
same. It depends on the lecturer. I'm a UTech student. It depends on the lecturer. Honestly, it does depend on the lecturer. You have very resourceful lecturers, but then at the same time you have lecturers who have been in the...
Her name, Rolanda Smith.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
At the same time, they're lecturers who have been in the system for some time and they're not used to,
Dinosaurs.
They're not used to the advances in technology, so it makes it hard for them and it's even harder for us, but we're doing what we can.
So I know that you dabble in a little bit of business, per se. Was this a push from the impacts of COVID? Let's talk about that a little bit.
It actually was. I'm the type of person who's always searching for something to do, and upon coming into school, I said, okay, I need something to do because naturally, college life, it rough.
Yeah.
It rough bad, but it rough. So you have to do something in order to maintain yourself and in order to make sure that you have everything in check. So you have bills to pay, same. I don't know how, but you have bills to pay, same. You have bills to pay, same. You have to buy food, and you have to look good, smell good.
Sorry, COVID.
So I mean, you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as a person.
Yeah.
So within your school life, that has to become a part of schooling also. So it all applies there. I feel like it really pushed me to venture out, because I've been searching for online jobs, and most of the things I've been finding, they have to do with call centers. I used to work at a call center and it was not really my thing. I did garner valuable knowledge from that, but I don't think it was my thing. So I saw a scholarship actually, and it had to do with internet income. And I tried that out, and I started to work on Fiverr. That's a freelance platform. Anybody can go check it out. That's money I make. But it was good. I started to write essays of persons, social media marketing, and stuff like that. It was really good. So I came out of my comfort zone. I'm awkward, so I tend to, be more reserved, but I came out of my comfort zone. I started to talk to people, creating links and stuff like that. And I feel like I've even grown because of that. So I feel like in times like these, in times of, inactivity where the outside world is concerned, you're supposed to spend a lot of time inside, because you'll find that there's a lot more that you can do. There's a lot more that Kimberly could do. And because of that opportunity, I think I did it, or I'm getting there.
I like the fact that you said that, given that you're locked inside, there's a lot more that you can do. Do you feel like COVID helped you to discover what you would consider the true you?
I do. I feel like a lot of decisions I've made over time weren't exactly what I want. I feel like they were influenced. I feel no. I felt a lot, and naturally when you're locked away by yourself, you get to thinking, and I just realized that the woman I'm yearning for, I'm yearning towards, I'm becoming her, and at one point I didn't really feel like I could manage her upon realizing that, because there's so much that I want from Kimberly, I expect from Kimberly, so I spent a lot of time with that. How about you, Jason?
I don't believe that it has brought anything new that I didn't know about myself. To be honest, I believe COVID has put me in my zone, per se. But it also has put me in a zone where I feel like I need to do more. I'm pressured. A lot of persons say I'm hard on myself. I can tell you I am very hard on myself, because I know what I want. I know what I am capable of doing. So, though it has opened many doors, it has allowed me to dip a little bit into giving back. Not where I want to be with the giving back, but I'm getting there.
Tell me about that some more, the giving back. What do you mean giving back?
It's just realizing what COVID has done to students overall, not just university students, but we're talking about students in basic school, primary schools. I realized that I was home. We went home in March, somewhere around that, and I realized that the students were impacted greatly, because they were just walking up and down in the community, and I understood. I tried to understand from an early point that, hey, they are impacted. They weren't being engaged. What can I do to fill that gap? Again, I'm King Craig Entertainment. I can't keep no party.
Big
so
up
what's
King
next?
Craig Entertainment.
What's next? And that was next for me. My community has been behind me for a lot of things. This was my giving back to them. Right? So we just put together, come up with the idea. We said books, coloring books, pencils, not pens, but writing books. Things to engage them cognitive. So like the coloring books would do that. So they're not just reading. I will launch a book drive then. And it worked. It worked to the point that when I did the drive this Sunday, next Sunday somebody said, yo, you don't know what you're doing, youth? Because one lady down there so I beat her son for you read the book when you give them
gosh.
them things there kind of push at best on me there right now.
Yeah.
Me put the entertainment thing on hold because we can't go outside, we have inside. Mind you have inside ideas, but I don't think that's where I want to be right now. I want to be able to assist the ones that need it more than me.
You said that. It was a surprise to both of us, to most people.
Yeah.
Because I've never lived through a pandemic.
I don't think anybody I know have lived through a
Exactly.
pandemic.
So it was a surprise to even us. So it mashed me up mentally. So I would see my niece just sitting around and I have school today, but I'm at home. And then I'd see the confusion on her face. So when you say that, okay, this is the approach you took to, you know, really give back to students at the primary level, the basic school level, and to really remind them that education is important. I applaud you for that because I don't think a lot of persons spend time with those things. So I want for you now to tell me what would you say to other people as it relates to what they can do for others now and even for themselves?
A lot of persons, I believe, so this is what I believe. I don't know if it's a fact or any person share the same opinion, but I believe that in giving back, a lot of persons think about the money aspect of it. The money, it's all about money. It's never about that. It's all about the intent that you have. You can create that intent and do so much with so little, right? I just an estimate, I used $20,000 and give back to 80 persons, and this included donations like reading books and all that stuff. Coloring books, we bought those. Writing books, we bought those. Pencils, we bought those. And it don't have to be that big amount of money. So if it's truly your intention to do something like that, do it from the genuine intent to do it. Don't focus on the aspect of money. $1,500 can buy you some tissue, some soap, some rag, and a mad woman out the road, you give her it for baby. Them little things, it's all about intent. Never about money.
True.
Never about money.
So what he's saying, guys, is if you have an idea that's like a fireclappers, you're going to realize that after a while, it's going to impact somebody like a Hiroshima bomb. So if it is that you have something that you want to do for yourself or for others, I would advise you to go for it because you never know just who you're impacting. You never know if you're setting your foot on the right path to impact your own life. So I would say go right ahead and do whatever you're led to do. That's positive.
It's crazy that she mentioned the fireclappers because from we met in January. From we met in January, this was the term that she used to describe me. She said, yeah, Hiroshima bomb.
Stop going like a
firecrackers. Zin? Most of the time, I'm not in a depth on the forefront of my mind, but most of the time when I think about something, remember that specific term there. Yeah, Hiroshima bomb, and you move like a firecracker. A lot of you guys are Hiroshima bombs. You don't know that yet. Because fear factor is one of the most important things. We kill enough dream, when they kill enough aspiration. Me not have no fear. Not even me I take bus, me even like pay fear.
You're not afraid of lizard?
No? Right. Afraid of cockroach and anything? Other than insects, you know, if you have no fear when it come on to your dreams and aspirations. Just go for them. So, Kim, before we even go no further, COVID impact school, COVID impact our business, COVID causes us to find ourselves. Let's talk about COVID and relationships.
Nico! I feel like bonds are important. And
you're gonna give me a political answer?
No, I'm just saying. Bonds are important.
I feel it coming, but go ahead.
Bonds are important. Alone time is important.
Yeah.
A lot of things I had going, or I thought I had going, COVID really tested it and it never got through. It was disappointing, but at some point you just have to catch up with reality. And the thing is, that point in my life I really started to invest in people again, and then it just really came as a surprise. But as I said, I spent time on the inside, so that really helped me there. But I don't know. And I just realized that a lot of persons, like some things I can tolerate, some things I can live through, some things I can overlook, people can't do the same. So I think it's important to just let people be, let people grow, leave them to time, not to say, okay, well, I feel you can't be on for you, or, you know, I wish you bad. It's just to say that persons like myself, they're growing, they're exposed to the world. We need time to heal. We need time to just become whoever we're supposed to be. And it just never worked out. You know what song? Lila, Solitude? I sang the bad. Just so you know. But let's ask Jason, how has COVID affected your relationships?
I wouldn't say affect so like it's a bad thing. I would say impact. Impact so like it have more positives that come out of that. But I use COVID to take some time for myself. It really allowed me to take some time for myself to find myself. I believe that has been a hindrance in friendships, relationships, canoes, boats, whatever they want to call it. Alright? Finding me would help me to find the relationship that I want or whatever. So I took some time with that. I question is hot because yeah, because we can't go socialize with the girls them again, you know. It impact only for relationships, so we could you know, get or rekindle or look back, get like entanglement, you know. However, we just make the most of whatever comes, you know, make the most of whatever comes. We don't know what is ahead of us. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm taking this pandemic. So I'm not go run down nothing. However, you know. But yeah, that's how I deal with it. As it relates to other persons, I mean they deal with their time and their space differently. Some persons like to be alone, while some persons want to be wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in Jesus. However, it's just how they deal with it. It's just how they deal with it. I mean, COVID has meant some bonds.
Stay in school. Stay in school. Spending time on the inside is important, and it's important to figure out what you want.
Inside with men? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
It's very okay to lose people. Let me say that. It's very okay. It's very okay to outgrow situations and people. And sometimes when you lose people, you don't necessarily lose the person. They actually lose you.
Yeah.
And you must realize that people are allowed to feel what they feel. People are allowed to move on. People are allowed to grow. People are allowed to leave you behind even. Because everybody would contribute to your life in one way or the other. So at some point, you're a giver or a taker. And
so true.
Sometimes you take from people. Sometimes you give to people. Naturally, I'm a giver. I think he's a giver. So you just have to find somebody that's directly on what you're on, and somebody who says it with their chest. Listen, Kim, I want to pursue you, and somebody that actually pursues you and you're able to see the pursuit. Do not listen to these niggas.
Kim?
Do not listen to the sweet talks.
So why you look like that?
Do not listen to the sweet talks. Just take some time and figure out what you really want and what you want in a man. You don't have to have a list. You just need to know, say, all right, great.
As you talk about the list then, burn it up. Can you see what you look for? It have to be in a lab. Like Pop-Ups, girl, sugar, spice, everything nice. No, it's not going to work. Because let me tell you something. You see, sometimes when I'm going with this high expectation, I'm not going to stray from the topic. When I'm going with this high expectation and the man will live up to it. So, what I'm saying is that don't go with your list, because that kill enough things, the expectation.
It will drive you insane.
And the baggage where you carry with that expectation. They left it out the road, man, and coming out the house, come we talk. You understand me? I say, when we get to know each other, don't bring GMs come over here so and Jason you talk. You know, make no sense. Cool? That's my
And don't get too invested in people. Just see what's going on first. And if you do get
what's the time frame for investment?
If you do get too invested in people, then you'll find that it starts to affect you mentally. And that's exactly what I want to touch on now. So, Jason, you spent a lot of time on the inside. You spent a lot of time, just figuring out what's going on with Jason. So tell me, how did this affect your mental health?
Wow. Let me just get this out there. I am still dealing with a lot of it, right? I think I had it under control. I'm still dealing with a lot of it. So I can speak very freely on the topic. For me, it's when I'm not able to do things that I really intended to do or set out to do that impacts me the most. When I'm not able to move like a Hiroshima bomb and I can't even light a firecrackers, that's what affects me the most. So you see, when I'm in a space where I feel like I'm trapped or confined or, not be able to make certain things happen,
do certain things.
Them things, they make my head go. You understand what I say? And I know it affects a lot of persons just the same. When you talk about financial, physical, emotional, all them things that come into one, them things they play upon your mental health. So spending time inside was really for me. It wasn't for nobody, it was for me. I still spend time on the inside. Sometimes I just left the phone and gone about my business because some people on the phone just drain energy. You try to keep it positive and you go on all the meds and you go on the and some people text you and it just chew. It's like a glass of water, I don't really want it, it just chew off everything. You understand me? I say, I try to protect this. So if I have certain conversation, I don't have it. You see, I don't kill up myself over nothing. My friend them can't tell you. Calmness. Everything just free flow for me. You see it? I saw me protect my mental health right now. With COVID, you're the inside. You can't go outside. You can't socialize the way you want to socialize. You can't see the girls the way you want to see. You just have to stick up. Yeah, them things that cheat my brain. So I saw me deal with it, Kim. I just not respond to certain things. I'm just make things go with the flow. How about you?
I'm not okay. No, seriously, I am far from okay mentally. This COVID thing, school, relationships, work. Oh boy, it's been rough, but I learned a lot of things about, the working world, being alone, school, have to improvise. So all that knowledge I got from textbooks, I have to turn the road, I have to figure out, alright, how I can make life. Yeah. As I said, I'm far from okay, and I'm still working over the kinks. It's hard to explain what's really going on in your head, because more while I feel like what's affecting me isn't valid. Yeah. And I used to feel like that at one point, really, and I was afraid. Well, I've never been afraid of expression. So when it rains, it pours. So if you're going through something and then
talk to somebody
is forcing something on you, or you just feel like time is important, that pace is important, it's okay to express yourself and say no. If you don't feel like something isn't for you, not take it upon yourself.
And if you're feeling some type of way, find somebody where you can. If you don't feel like that, don't talk,
Yeah.
You're a thing that. But if you feel like you need somebody to talk to, reach out.
So it makes sense you try hurt yourself.
Yeah,
first of all, if you try cut yourself, after a while you go look on your scars and say, oh, this is ugly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah,
so there's this thing though, I believe in the concept of butterflies. So that has to do with growth. So even some of my friends call me butterfly. And I said to myself, if I'm gonna get one tattoo, it's gonna be one butterfly. So naturally the butterfly got here, so and then there's going to be a semicolon in the middle. So so with semicolons, you continue a sentence. You can choose to end the sentence, but you continue it. So with that concept now, with the butterfly concept, right? So you see something in front of you, say, okay, I could completely end my life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like that, as ugly as it is. I hope my mother now go see this. But that's what it's like. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that I haven't thought of doing. I've thought of hurting myself. I've hurt myself before. I've thought of, ending it all, so to speak. But I realized that I didn't want to die. I just wanted whatever I was feeling to go away.
Yeah.
So I would look for ways in which I could do that. So I started with classical music, sounds and nature. Any little thing I could do, I write poems. I try to help others. I give of myself in any way I can, because that's how I really focus my attention away from the mental struggles. What would you say really helps you with the mental struggles, and what you would advise people to do?
I found new toys. New toys meaning new software to play with. Just find the creative in you.
Yeah.
Find the creative in you. You can't go outside go drink it, right? You can't stay in and smoke it, because me know substance abuse has risen since COVID. In teens, in adults, in everybody. I don't need a scientist to tell me that. It's quite evident. So just find something that works for you. Embrace your creative. Find that if it's game you love play, put the energy into game. Ease your mind with that game. Don't really turn to the substance. Don't really turn to drinking or smoking. Just find you, be you, take some time for you, and make whatever works for you work for you. That's it.
Time is important, pace is important. It's important to pace yourself. Not because Jason has a foundation that gives back means that you're to have a foundation that gives back.
Yeah.
What we're saying is that you have something that's meant for you. You can venture out and try things, and you'll find yourself in that thing. If it feels natural, it's for you. If it feels forced, it's not for you. And what I'm saying is that sometimes it takes time for things to take off.
Yeah.
You have to be able to decipher whether or not you're meant to do something. We all have our demons, and in the kingdom of God, you have one bag of angels.
Yeah.
So even if you don't believe in God, heaven, or anything that has to do with Christianity, what I'm trying to say is that there are 7 billion people in the world. You're not alone.
Find your one.
If you're physically alone, go walk. As long as you see somebody, then you won't be physically hurting yourself around other people, because you do these things when you feel alone.
Yeah.
So go walk on the road, go do something. But do not attempt to hurt yourself, especially with this pandemic.
Or listen to music. Listen to music. Music is important.
Enough things. We have the internet.
Yeah.
We can do any little thing. And if you don't want to talk to anybody, listen to a motivational video.
If it works for you.
It's important to just be at peace with your you.
And that's what we'll take from this session, right?
Yeah.
Be okay with you. And that's how we'll end this week's session of
The Scope, where we scope in on topics that are hot, or just things that we feel we need to discuss.
Need to talk about.
So thank you for watching. I hope you do come again. Again, my name is Kimberly, and this is Jason, my co-host. And thank you for watching.
What do we have
live.
next week?
So next week, guys, let me put my glasses on.
I hear my producer saying it's a surprise.
So next week, we'll be discussing what men want. And as you can see, this man here is really opinionated.
I will take my leave next week.
So I think you'll enjoy it. We'll also be having other persons on the panel.
Married
that is. So we'll be having perspectives from a married man. So we'll be having different perspectives, so to speak, so you can understand what you could try to understand what men really want, and maybe
we'll have. Is it that hard to understand? Anyways, tune in next week, guys.
What do men want?
Tune in next week.
What do men want?
See you guys next week.
What do men want?
I can't tell you that right now. Next week, see you guys soon.
Hi. Wait, get a record?
I think now.
Right now, I think over the visual, you see?
Yeah.
All about Instagram live, Facebook live, even live on YouTube.
Oh God, man. So that means you're going to book that?
I book some ring. And granny autograph.